Um, Thank you. You're such a classy person. You have like leather cowboy boots and an umbrella, just like silk shirt.
We're not. Anyway, what's your name?
I'm James.
Jane from Esther.
Esther, nice to meet you. This is falling. I don't know. Your shirt might be. Oh, yeah. It's just too classy of a shirt. You know?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Right.
two formal coordinating. How long is this?
It's like 10 or 15 minutes, however long you decide to answer. First question is pretty simple, Esther. It is, what is your story?
I would assume intentionally open ended.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do a different one. It's too big.
No, it's okay. I can start and then you can kind of go from there. I guess just going off of what we just talked about, this is how you moved to New York. I moved to New York about 4 years ago, in 2022. So my friend Leslie and I are college friends. We went to the same college, but we both graduated a bit late because of COVID and personal, I guess, things. So I graduated at the end of 2021. Was back home in South Korea, so for a couple months, and then started job here. And before that, I am born and raised in Korea. I moved here in 2014 to North Carolina. So not too far from Nashville compared to New York, but yeah, I did high school there for 3 years, and I went to college. I went to Dartmouth in New Hampshire, and then was doing
What was the biggest culture shock for you?
when I first moved to Raleigh. I think that was the first time, and then I'll talk about when I went to Dartmouth. So when I went to Raleigh, North Carolina, one of there's many that I do remember and did talk about, but some things I remember are some of the one things that were compliments back in Korea were not. So, and then that also changed the past few years. I realize I've been away from Korea for a while at this point. It's like 11, 12 years. But at that point in 2014, when I was like a middle school, high school student, oh my gosh, you're so pale. It's such a big compliment in Korea.
Oh,
And we talk
interesting.
about it. And then another one is like, oh, you're so thin, you're so bony. So like a girl to girl, it's like a huge compliment. Yeah, your face is small. So a lot of things that you can see in like Korean girl groups, especially back then. Nowadays you see like different body shapes and then like skin tones, like slightly like some people are tan, but back then it's all pale, all thin, all small face.
Yeah, so like beauty standards.
Yeah, it was very different. So that's one thing I think I remember. And there's a lot of other things. And then what I wanted to talk about when I went to Dartmouth is not culture shock, but like a personal shock. Like personal culture around me was, to me, Dartmouth was the most diverse place I've ever been in the States. But to other people who are from New York or from like Bay Area who came to college and Dartmouth is like, oh, this is so white.
Yeah.
So that's like a very different perspective because for me, Raleigh, I went to this all-girls Episcopalian private boarding school and day school. It's like 80% white, 85 almost. So to me, Dartmouth was like so diverse, so many Asians. So I think that's another like a shock that I would say for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's normal in Korea that you want to like have exist in the US that doesn't?
Normal, like custom, like things people do,
Custom
or
tradition, like I had the blessing of traveling some. Like one of the things I really liked when I was in South America, actually, specifically, is everybody kissed each other on the cheek. Like you have to greet everybody in the room. And I love that, like that's the culture, and I wish that was more true here.
I see.
So I wonder if for you there would be something like that, or like Japan. Everybody waits on one side of the escalator in Japan so that everyone else can get by.
Yeah.
Everybody picks up their trash and you get. I love that.
Right.
In India, I love that it's so normal to eat like and just live outside, like you just do stuff outside.
Yeah.
And so I wonder for you.
You said in New York.
Or just America. Like what things have you kept up with?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think I often think about the other way around because I live in New York, in the States, and I think about Korea because I'm not here. Sorry, I'm not there. I'm like physically here, and I think back about my time in Korea. And I look at the Korean news and like hear from my friends and family in Korea. So I tend to, I think, more easily think, oh, what I'm doing in New York, it'd be nice if Koreans did that. But I think I really haven't had a chance to think the other way around. But this is something that I'm going to think about, I guess.
I'm trying to get.
Yeah. Wait, can you say that? Yeah, similarly, I think I tend to think more about like what I see here that I think back or think about what's happening in Korea, and then apply what's happening here that I experienced there. Yeah, so I don't really have a good answer.
That's okay. Second big question is what problem in the world means the most to you?
Right now,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a very, I think, idealistic but also realistic thing. It's like, if everyone could just like step up and like kind of converge towards common sense, and if just people realize, especially people who have more, realize they don't die by sharing a little bit of what they have. They think, yeah, they think it's like a threat if they share a little bit of what they have, but it really isn't the case. I mean, because I obviously don't know because I don't have a lot to share, but I think I have a decent amount to share, and I think if everyone can just like like step up, I think that's common sense. It's like not that difficult to like to realize that, but I think it's the way the world operates. It's like there's different interests, there's different values, and a lot of people that I witness who have more than I do, and a lot of people more than what a lot of people have can share more, then it can be a better place.
This leads me actually to my last main question, which is what would an impressive person be to you? Or like another way of asking that is who's the most impressive person you've ever run? What made them impressive?
Yeah, I've never met this person, but I want to talk about this figure skater in Korea. And her name is in Korean accent Kim Yona Kim, but in like American or like Western or non-Korean, she is Yuna Kim. So that's how a lot of people would know that they knew her. But she is a two-time Olympic gold medalist, but she's so much more than this guy. So she is like I think born in like 1992, so slightly older than me or probably us altogether. But she just like paved not just her own way, but the way for a lot of other people too. Like she's very resilient and she just believed in herself, and I've never met her, but she like really resonated with like what I was going through when I was trying to do something similar. Obviously I'm not a figure skater, I'm not a Olympian, but everyone has their own challenges that they encounter in life. And when I was trying to really like be resilient and achieve several goals I had, I would watch her videos and like it's like really moving, just like for figure skating, because I know her story. I'm not doing a good job explaining her story because it's like her life story, but I would recommend that if you do not know her, look at her documentaries and look up.
The things that people do are sometimes impressive in themselves, but they're much more impressive as a result of like the life, like what they did to get there.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I got my dimension. Last extra credit question. What's your best New York advice for me?
Oh yeah, where do you live?
I live in Bed-Stuy.
Oh, I live in Bed-Stuy.
Yeah, so I'm on.
That some like couples can but sorry, back to the question. Is that your bike?
My girlfriend.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say bike a lot, but in Brooklyn.
She's sitting under the tree in that blue.
Okay. Don't bike in Manhattan unless you want to die. I'm kind of kidding, but I do like biking, but I don't do that in I try not to. But sorry, one piece of advice for you, someone who's in New York. I think this applies. You know, like a lot of people jokingly say, like, "Oh, if you're staying like at home in New York, you're like wasting your time and money." I think that's like to some extent true. Like obviously, like take what you can and like do what you can afford to do, like with your energy and like money and time and all that. But I think that generally, to varying degrees, applies to like people just to having that mindset of like just go out more. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be just like literally walking on the park and like running into someone like you and like doing interviews like this. Like it doesn't cost you any money or like energy. So I think it's always like the more you go outside, the more you walk around, the more you will find and the more fun you will have, which I think you're already doing. So I don't think you need any more advice from me. But if you're posting this and then if someone else who needs this hears and sees, I think this kind of
Get out there.
yeah.
I love it. Thanks for being brave, Esther.
Of course.
I
Thank you for
appreciate
interviewing me.
it. You got it. That was fun.
Yay, okay. So wait, I just didn't want to look at the camera, but I want to see your oh shit right there.
Yeah.
That's such a nice bike.
It is a nice bike.